Hey there, Tracy here with the March 2025 release hop. I'm so excited for this release. All kinds of things to help you get well and have a lot of fun. Today's video, we're going to make a clear shaker card. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, hey. So I'm so excited. Today I'm going to be using the alphabet soup die set, and I'll be using our circle shaped die set. And we're going to create a clear card. Now, in the interest of the fact this is a hop, and I'd like you to be able to see all the hoppers. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm using the Healing Wishes, one of the sentiments from that. In order to make the video expedient, I've pre-cut everything I needed here. So I've got vegetables and I've got letters and I've got here my clear card base. So this is some clear acetate. It's actually report cover acetate. And let me try and show it to you against some white paper here. And what I'm going to do, of course, is fold it in half, just like any other card base. And I'm going to burnish down the fold. Make sure it's nice and even. I'll give it a little finger burnish and then burnish it down with my little bone folder. Make sure that's down on both sides so now it sits flat. Perfect. And we'll start to put our card together. And we're going to start with the inside of the card because I'm making a shaker on the outside. So I've cut 2 rings. So I've used the inner circle in the kit and the outer circle to create my rings. And I'm going to go ahead and put basically the tear tape around the edges, and see how I'm kind of folding it around. So the creases are fine, no problem there. And I'm just going all the way around it. So I made sure to make that wide enough that it would fit my tear tape. And I'm going to burnish down the tape just to make sure that it's nice and tight on there. And then I'll go ahead and peel off the backer. And I'm going to grab my clear acetate that I cut also out of the larger circle in the alphabet soup die set and just burnish that down really well. And just kind of getting this piece ready to go. And I'm going to add some anti-static powder to everything. The card base and the card. And I'm going to tell you, friends, I made a blooper in here and I left it in for you because I know you can feel my pain. And so I thought it'd be fun to just go ahead and leave it. So I'm adding some double-sided tape or double-sided foam tape here to kind of lift my shaker window. And then I'll just go ahead and trim off that excess. Make sure it all fits nicely together, and yes, it does. And that's ready to go, so we can set that aside. Now I've got this piece for the inside, and I've cut it out of the smaller and the orange one out of the larger, and I'm going to stamp on this one. I need to do the inside ahead of time because once we get going on the outside, it's going to be difficult to work on the inside. So I'll grab my mini MISTI. And I'm trying to make sure I'm using some textured paper, so I'm trying to make sure that my texture is kind of not crooked. And I know you can't really see it on camera, but that's the fact. So anyway, this is a hop, and there is a $25 giveaway. There is an entry link down below to the entry form, and there's also a link to the hop playlist so that you can just click that link and watch the whole hop without any kind of interruptions. So the deadline to enter is the 1st of April, and then the prize will be announced on the 2nd of April on the YouTube channel, the Instagram, and the Facebook for Trinity Stamps. So make sure you're subscribed somewhere, especially if you enter to win a $25 gift card. So all I'm doing here is just laying down letters and vegetables and a little parsley. And I didn't put a lot of peas. I don't put peas in my soup. I would rather put red bell peppers, but hey, that's a personal preference. And the peas I had to actually color. I didn't have the shade of green I wanted, and that's okay. So we'll put some more parsley, put a little potato here. Whoops, the glue dried. Get some more glue down there. A couple of other spots. I'm just doing a few at a time so my glue doesn't dry up on me. We'll get some more letters on here. Let's see, W. I see I've got a piece of glue there still I need to deal with. Better deal with that. Let's put, well, we'll put a potato, we'll put a P. Let's get another letter. Yeah, another potato. There's that one spot. We'll put a P there. Let's see. Yep, there's a couple more spots I can fill. This is going to be such a fun set, and you can say anything you want. I almost put no soup for you, but I didn't want to offend anybody or because if you've never watched Seinfeld, you wouldn't know what it meant, and you'd think, well, that's kind of rude. But listen, if you've watched Seinfeld, then you know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and stick this to the inside of the card. I'm going to use a little bit of tear tape and glue. And don't worry about the other side because we're going to back it as well so that you don't see the glue and the tape. So I'll add some glue here. And let's see here. Yep, now it tried to stick before I was ready. I had all kinds of fun accidents happen with this card. See how it's funky on the back, but we're going to fix that right now, and that's where you can write your personal message. So I've cut out a white circle out of the larger circle in the alphabet soup die set, and I'm just matching it up so it covers that. So that's done. Now we can work on the front. So I'll grab my shaker bits, and these are the cute little peas and carrots. I'm going to throw some in, and I want to make sure that they're all nice and flat on there before I put it together. Because sometimes with the clay bits, if they're sticking on top of each other, then it won't shake around. They'll get stuck. And then I'm adding some of my cutouts, a little piece of parsley and some peas and carrots. And then I'm going to add some red bell peppers and some more orange things and some dark greens. So I have a lot of yummy spices and a little bit of white, which I don't know, could be pieces of rice, I don't know. And I'm adding glue around my foam tape, and that was my first mistake because look what happens. Uh-oh. Here we go. So it's not quite glued down. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know that yet, but you're gonna see in a minute. I'm gonna glue down this other ring to kind of cover the yuckiness of the foam tape, and it glues down just fine. I'm just putting a thin line of glue all the way around it. But the problem here is that my glue wasn't dry on my previous layer, on my shaker layer. I thought it was dry. I let it sit for a while. You know how it goes. So I've got that on there. And now I'm doing this in slow motion because you're going to find out, you're going to see here in a moment that my shaker bits have all fallen out because it wasn't totally glued. So got to fix that. So I added more tape onto sorry about that. I added more tape, and now I'm going to stick it down with the tape on there because I know that tape's going to hold it and it's going to be dry instantly. So there we go. Now we're all better now. I hate to say how many shaker bits I wasted. And now we're going to work on the spoon. And I already glued together the love you on there just in the interest of time because, again, I'd like you to be able to hop along. I'm grabbing an envelope so I can see how far I can extend my spoon. And I've cut two pieces of the spoon, the back side and the front side, because we'll need to cover the back side. And I'll show you how we're going to do that in a moment. I'm going to take a little piece of tape here and put it just on the inside of the spoon and a little bit on the outside edge. I love this tear tape because it tears so easy. Now I'll lift the backers. Come on. There we go. And then place my spoon, just making sure that it will fit within the confines of the envelope. There we go. Happy with that. Then I can put my soup in my spoon, and I'll glue that down. I'm not too worried about that coming off. Now I'm traumatized from my glue accident. But yeah, I thought I'd leave that in there for you guys, just so you know that we're all human. We all make mistakes. And so I'm going to take the back part of the spoon that I cut out. So all I did was just put the die on the back side of the silver mirror paper. And what I want to do here is I want to lift that portion at the end of the spoon so it has some support. So I'll go ahead and put some tape, foam tape on there, and then add a little bit of glue. Wait, don't stick that down yet. First we need to add some tear tape to the spoon portion. Make sure it's stuck to the acetate there. Now, I'll match that up, lay it down, and there I've got my spoon on. And that's the card. It shakes, it opens. You can see the inside from the outside, but still a lot of fun. And let me just get you a little bit closer. Put it against some white, and actually putting it against white made it look a little darker than it really is, but I wanted you to see it close up. So there's the back, there's the front, there's the shaky shake. And I put my extra veggies there on my envelope just for fun. And I'll show you how it fits inside the envelope. No problem. And there we go. So I hope that you'll hop along and see all of my teammates and their beautiful work. It's going to be a lot of fun, and if you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. I will have everything you need to know linked in the description box down below. Thanks so much for coming. Take care. Bye-bye.